Hi there, folks, and welcome to the Word Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour, issue number 200. Issue number 200. What a landmark achievement from the Rigour Maths team. We didn't even think we'd get to issue 10. But anyway, it's all down to you guys trying these newspapers and enjoying answering the questions. That's the reason why we do it after all. Okay, so first of all, a Guinness World Record. Joe Wicks in his excellent PE morning routine with the nation. Maybe you've tried it with your family during this lockdown time. But it was a Guinness World Record despite the fact that he almost got to 1 million and he only missed that figure by 44,842 viewers. An incredible number irrespective of that. But anyway, how many viewers tuned in? So we basically just need to take away 44,842 from 1 million, and 1 million of course is 1 with 6 zeros, and then we take away the given number of viewers. So I wonder if anyone had the confidence to try this mentally. But anyway, whatever strategy you chose, the answer was 955,158. What a staggering number, and well done to Joe. And I'm sure once this is all over, people are still going to demand that he continues with that. Okay, as well, we're on the subject of world records. A lot of you are doing your home learning and your distance learning using your Google Classrooms or your Seesaw or whatever platform you're using. You might even be using the Rigour Maths distance learning page, who knows. But anyway, using your estimating and rounding skills, can you guess how many students participated in the largest ever maths lesson way back in the 15th of May 2018 in Poland? Well, you were in hiding to nothing here. It would probably be easier to guess how many beans are in a tin of beans. But anyway, the actual figure was 4,598 students. I wonder how close you got to that. I'm guessing social distancing operations were in practice there. Anyway, on to sport now. So this £5 for 5k run, I've been tagged in a few myself. I'm actually running 5.4k every day, but I'm not sending anyone any pictures of my time, certainly not. I fly some of the way as well. You can do that when you're a math superhero. But anyway, Ross Bartley from Chelsea stunned football fans by taking just 16 minutes to do so. So without using your calculator, change 16 minutes into hours, leaving your answer as an exact value. So it's 16 minutes, but what we can do is we can write it as a fraction of an hour first of all. So there's 60 minutes in an hour, so we can say that 16 minutes is 16 out of 60 minutes in an hour. So we have actually left it as an exact value there, as a fraction. But of course, fractions should always be left in their simplest form. So we can actually divide top and bottom by 4 here. So 16 divided by 4 is 4, and 60 divided by 4, when we half it and half it again, we get 15. So that is an exact value, leaving it as a fraction. But I wonder how many people actually changed it to a decimal instead. So how do you change a fraction to a decimal? You do the division. So 4 divided by 15, and that's how we would set that out as a division sum. So how many times does 15 go into 4? It doesn't, so it goes in 0 times, and we've not used the 4 yet, so we'll carry that over. Now what do we do when we get to the end of our sum? Well, we put a point in, and we make this 40 because we've essentially moved the 4 down a place value. So 4 units essentially becomes 40 tenths. So 15 goes into 42 times because that's 1530, which means you've got 10 left over, and then those 10 tenths can become 100 hundredths. So how many times does 15 go into 100? Well, we would count up 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So that's going to be 6 times, and that was up to 90, which means you got another 10 left over, which will then make 100. And that would again be 6 times remainder 10, which will make 100. And then 6 times again remainder 10, which will make 100. But I hope you can spot now that this pattern's going to go on forever. So actually 4 divided by 15 is 0.26666666, where the 6 goes on forever. And what we say there is that it means it's 6 recurring. So we've got 0.2, and we just put a 2 in because there's just one 2. And because the 6 goes on forever, we write it as 6 with a wee dot above it. So 16 minutes is equal to 0.26 when the 6 is recurring hours. So I wonder if anybody did try and write it as a decimal there. Anyway, on to our travel story. Don't get too excited. We're not going to be travelling anytime soon. Rigour Man should have been in Turkey last week, but never mind. So EasyJet have planned to do a wee bit of social distancing of their own when the flights eventually do start running again, where they're going to leave the middle seats free. So how many seats are normally available to passengers in this Airbus A319? Well, there's lots of different ways you could have did the calculation, but essentially you've got six in a row and it tells you that there's 26 rows. So you could either add up 6 26 times, or for repeated addition you could just multiply instead. So then you could have did a sum, I suppose, a vertical sum, or you could have did it mentally. So it's 6 times 20, which is 120, and then 6 times 6, which is 36. And then if we add them together, we get 156 seats. But again, whatever method you chose. Similarly, for Part B, there's a couple of ways you could have did this. But how many seats would be available if they took out these middle two columns? So basically, you would then have 1, 2, 3, 4 seats per row that would be in operation. So you could do 4 times 26 if you wanted to, or you could just do 156 minus the 2 times 26 per row that aren't being used. It's entirely up to yourself. That'd be 156 take away 52, which is 104 seats. But doing 4 times 26 would have gave you the same answer as well. So fingers crossed the flights will be running for the summer, guys? Okay, on to our inspirational final story. Captain Tom Moore raising over 25 million for the NHS. And of course it's substantially more than even when this newspaper came out. But anyway, we have to write the figure as a number. So 25 million, so we'll put a 25. So 934,000, so we'll put 934 for all the thousands, and then it's and 57 people, so it's 0, hundreds, 5, tens, and 7 units. So that would be the staggering figure raised as a number. But as I say, I believe it's over 27 million now. Anyway, what's the date of Captain Tom's 100th birthday? Well, we're told it's a week this Thursday, so this is Sunday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we've had 4 on basically to the 19th, which takes us to Thursday, which is going to be the 23rd. And then if we add a week on to that, that would be 7 on to 23, which takes us to 30. So it's going to be the 30th of April, so 3004, and then obviously 2020 because it's the date of his 100th birthday. And that was our word solutions for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed solving these problems, and stay tuned for issue number 201 next week. We'll be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and bye for now.